talk about The Boys season 4, episode 6 and 7. We are one episode away from the finale, and so I'm just gonna say this: they said the season was gonna be more grotesque, and it's living up to the hype. So it's really gross.
Filth.
It's filth. It's really filth. It's really filth. Where do I start? So I actually watched episode 6 and 7 both today. And
caveat, I didn't get all the way through episode 7, but I don't care.
You didn't get through the finale.
I mean, I'll watch it. No, not the finale. Not
the finale.
Not through 7, but I'm sticking to it. Let's go.
Yeah. Go ahead, Jess.
Where does one begin, bro? Like, there is just so much grotesque shit happening in this damn movie.
I feel super bad for Hughie.
Yes,
they pleaded, like, yo,
rue it.
Little Annie pleaded with him, like, don't do it, don't go. My man was like, I got this. I'm all right. Nah, son, nah. As soon as he went downstairs, I knew it was a bad deal. I knew it was a bad deal.
Down there with Tech Knight and his
nah, bro.
I was ready to say something. I had to catch myself.
I will never look at a piece of cake the same way again.
Whoa.
I will never look at a piece of cake the same way. This motherfucker made him sit in the cake and then said fart. I was done. At that point, I was fucking done. I was like, I'm done with the whole goddamn thing. The whole thing.
The funniest part to me though, when he did that, is when he farted and it said,
yeah. Why is the boys' version of Batman a fucking what is it called? The fucking I forget what the term is. It's B something.
BDSM.
Yeah. That. Why is he that? Why is that? Why he has Robin tied up in the corner of the fucking
with the ball gag in his mouth?
Yo, just chained up.
I was like, this is ridiculous. Like, what are we doing here? You know what I'm saying?
He's doing way too freaking much, man.
He's doing a lot.
Got the whole fucking war room down there. You got the black butler down there cleaning shit up.
Right.
Yo.
And I just realized who Tech Knight kind of reminds me of. Y'all remember them 50 Shades of Grey books they had years ago? That's who he kind of reminds me of.
Yeah.
He reminds me of that guy, but just on a whole nother spectrum.
He's different. He's different.
That was just Robert Pattinson after dark.
Stop it, bro.
That's all that was. That's really what Robert Pattinson does after dark. That's all that was.
And it's crazy because every time they bring up Tech Knight, and every time I hear them say him say or someone say the word hole around him, I just have to laugh a little bit because I already know what type of time this guy is on.
Yo, let me tell you something. When Mother's Milk shot Sister Sage, when they pan back to her when they're having the whole serious political discussion about how, like, you know, they're gonna take over the government, blah blah blah, and they just pan over to Sister Sage and she's eating a fucking cake. I was done. I was like, yo, this dude farted in this cake and she's eating. I'm like, yo, The Boys is horrible. I was like, this is the worst shit I've ever seen in my life. It's crazy. Also, Can we just? I'm gonna say it because that's what this podcast is. Can we just talk about the fact that they had Tech Knight tied up? They said $100 million to Black Lives Matter. And my
man's like, I'm never giving you the password.
My man said, no, not those people, not those people. He said, not those people. That's gotta be racist.
There's no way.
There's no way.
Yeah.
And I thought it was so funny too. Because when they was going through his account, that the number and the figure kept going higher and higher, and it's crazy when they got the Black Lives Matter. That was the $100 million tier, and that's when and that's the one that made him freak out the most.
I was like, yeah, fuck you, bro.
Yeah,
and the great part about it is they sent it.
They said it anyway. That's right. That's what we're talking about.
As they should. As they should.
And then they have the butler. Fucking at the end, I'm like, get your reparations.
Yeah, that's right.
That's right. Let him know.
and then he ended it off, and then he ended off saying Zendaya. He's like, what? The big word was Zendaya.
Yo, man.
But first off, let's just say, I'm not surprised that Ashley is as much of a freak as she is considered.
I don't like her anymore. I don't like her anymore.
She was doing with Cameron Cole when she took her
juice,
or as she called it, and rubbed it across Huey's face. It's getting real swampy down there.
Listen. Yo, the thing that got me, I was like, yo, why is it so thick? What the hell? Like, yo, it was like jelly. Like, what are you doing?
Stop. I'm gonna throw up. Stop.
You know, it looked like. You know what it looked like? It looked like that that gel that they put on the woman's stomach to read the baby.
Stop.
That's what it looked.
I'm literally gonna be sick. Stop.
But one good thing I can take away from this episode, and I can say, that I'm loving, is A-Train is having one of the best character arcs and developments ever right now.
When he took words out of my mouth,
still want him to die.
He's going to.
When he took MM to the hospital after he had that panic attack when he shot Sister Sage, and he looked at that kid smiling at him, and he smiled back. That's what he's always wanted. He alluded to that in episode 7, where it's not for the cameras. There's no script here. It's not artificial. That was an organic thing, and that's what he's always wanted to be, was an authentic hero. It was in that moment right there that he realized, I can't be attached to Vault anymore. I mean, he really kind of was dissing himself anyway, because he basically became the mole for the boys.
He did. But I would agree with you. I can't think of a different character that had a redemption arc.
Don't redeem him.
He's redeemed. But the problem is they're gonna kill him off in the finale.
Good. I'll feel really good about
it. Definitely gonna kill him off.
I thought it was going to get him off in this episode. That just in episode 7.
In episode, I didn't think it was going to get him. At this point, they know that now everybody knows that he's the leak. But I mean, at this point, the only person that can actually catch him is fucking Homelander.
Yeah.
Homelander.
Like nobody else is fast enough or quick enough to fucking catch him.
But don't jump into episode 7, because I need to talk about my man Homelander finding his titty milk. Lord. Let me tell you something. You are a very, very, very depraved human being.
It's a fact.
Force your body to lactate just so you can get close to somebody.
Oh, Firecracker's different. She's different.
For real.
It bothers me so much that he's in this full-grown ass Superman costume and he's in the fetal position. I'm like, yo, I can't do it. I'm like, this is ridiculous.
I was like, oh my gosh. I said, this is the first season all over. Remember the first season when he was on the same thing?
After ever since he freaking fried my little snack Elizabeth Shue, I love that woman. And she was going off the show. Like, I forgot that's how he do. I forgot that's how he got down. And then when they panned over, my man was just curled up, and she was just patting his head like, "It's a good boy." I was like, "God damn, my man is good." And now look at that episode 7.
He was so mesmerized when she shot the milk out of. He was like,
his face.
Hold up. So first of all, he's like, I'm not attracted to you. She's like, yeah, bro. She popped that milk out. He was like,
that's different.
He's like,
you ain't telling me you could do all of that.
Oh man. Also, I think you do have to mention, I think this whole, I don't know what it is, but Starlight's really bothering me this season.
Yeah, she's like the Hughie. She's like the Hughie of the beginning.
Like, why is she's having fucking issues like the goddamn Hulk with her fucking powers now?
Like Spider-Man had.
Like she can't use her fucking powers anymore. I'm like, all right, bro. Like, I guess.
I think she's gonna go.
I think she's gonna be at the end, bro. I really do. She's gonna be at the end of the show. I swear.
I hope you explain why her powers are malfunctioning.
She got whiskey dick of the sparkles, bro.
Ever since the fight with Firecracker.
Well, it is.
I will say this though. She did pull a fast one on Firecracker when it was at the mansion. She got in her head a little bit and had Firecracker let her guard down, and she stabbed her in her neck with that needle. So
damn right. You ever go night?
Can I also just mention this? I don't know how many more times I could see the deep with this fucking octopus. Yeah, man, I really don't know how much more I could take of that nonsense.
Shout out to Tilda Swinton. I found out did the voice of the octopus.
Yeah. They did. They're taking it a bit too far.
this octopus is like on Days of Our Lives with this drama. Like I can't. I'm like, yo, this thing loves him, man. I'm like, shit.
Calling him by his first name and everything.
She's calling him by the first name. I'm like, damn, bro. And then she's like, when the octopus is on the bed with him and like tickling his fucking, I'm like,
I'm gonna be honest with you. I'm gonna be honest with you. I had to turn away from seeing that and take the earbuds out of my ears so I don't hear that, because it's like that. I said that sound.
Yeah, it was disgusting.
It's like.
That's disgusting.
That's crazy. That's wild.
It's too much. I don't know how much more I could take of that. But you know, again, I don't want to. You know, I don't want to. Wendell, where'd you get up to?
I'm halfway through. It don't matter. Don't worry about it. I'm like, it's.
Right.
It's on the screen right now, bro.
It's on the screen right now. I will say that. So obviously, I mean, if you, the fact that now they have the second person who they have framed as the mole, and the web weaver scene in the fucking cell.
Oh yeah,
I was like, why does this man's suit have anal glands where his fucking webs come from? I can't deal with the shit that this show does.
And he kept shooting it out. He says, "I'm sorry. This is what happens when I get nervous." He did it 5 times.
Homelander took 2 steps closer. This dude is shooting webs on the fucking floor. I'm like, yo, this shit is disgusting. But
ironically, that's the same room that they had the characters from Gen V in at the end of the season. So that's the same room.
Yeah.
That's how they should end the season off. It's like, bring them in. I mean, we already seen 2 of them. Mm-hmm. So where are the other ones at?
They're gonna bring them in probably for the end.
They're part of the resistance. So.
Mm-hmm. And then in typical Homelander fashion, I thought he was just gonna beam him, but instead he decided to just rip him apart. Yeah. He gave him a fucking.
Love that. Gave him a Mortal Kombat.
Yeah, he literally fucking give him a brutality. I was like, oh, okay. I think he got tired of all the webs on the floor.
And also in this episode, we see there's a rift now between Homelander and Sister Sage because he officially kind of kicked her out.
Yo,
I mean, look, listen. He getting his titty milk, right? She made him look like a fool.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? Like,
he's over it.
If you're gonna team up, man, like at least disclose, like, yo, listen, just know that if I have any kind of head trauma, we got problems.
Well, listen. First of all, and I said this in the beginning, she's gonna fuck him. She's smart. And I don't mean physically. She's smart enough to see all the angles. So when they're like, A-Train's the fucking mole, and she's like, I knew that.
Yeah, she knew already.
You already know.
She knew already. Like, she said something to him 3 episodes ago. I forget. She said something. She was talking to him and she was like, she said something about being. She said something like, "Oh, the whatever got there really fast," and I was like, "Oh, she knows. She knows it's him." Like episodes ago, she knew.
Yeah.
So I was like, So now my thing is, does Sister Sage jump over to the boy's side, or does she just like go?
Probably not. Probably.
I think she dies.
So.
You think she dies? Maybe.
I don't think so. Because she also has an issue with the humans too.
Yeah, she does.
Yeah.
She does.
I mean, look, she's really just trying to use this entire situation to benefit herself.
Yeah.
She doesn't care about Homelander's agenda.
And you know what's so crazy? She kind of gave him, when she was leaving out of the office, she kind of gave him more of the softer version of the same speech that Stan gave to him in season 3, where he was basically saying that you're going to mess everything up because you're trying to make everything about you. And then she basically said the same thing. She said, you need to really look at who the true enemy is, which is yourself. You're going to self-destruct and you're going to destroy everyone else around you. She basically told him, and then she threw that book on the table that ironically had Maeve on it.
Yeah.
Maeve is going to play a part, I think, in the finale. I think Maeve comes.
You think so?
I think she might have to.
I hope so. Oh man. I mean, what? So we finally get a fight between the boys in the 7 and this one. Dell, you're not there yet.
Nah, I won't get there. It's all right. I'll get there.
Not gonna get there.
Oh, that fight was amazing.
No, go ahead.
Do you care if I ruin it? I was gonna say.
That's fine. I'm gonna watch it anyway.
So we finally get a face off between. So Homelander sends Black Noir and the Deep.
Fake Black Noir.
Yeah, fake Black Noir and the Deep.
Oh, but don't sleep. Don't sleep on.
Yeah, don't sleep on.
Oh, for real?
Was in this scene,
yeah. So
he studied up. Then he studied up.
There's one piece that happens here where, so the Deep kind of has a moment and he snaps, and now he's just full of fucking aggression and whatnot. So when he comes in, he's not coming in on the goofy shit that we used to.
Oh, but wait, there's something that happens before that. It's something that happens to lead up to that. He kills the octopus. I was trying
not to tell him that.
Don't worry about it.
Yeah, he's gonna watch it anyway.
Yeah, so he kills it because she's like constantly like hounding him. Like,
Leo, you're still delayed. I'm not trying to ignore you. You're still delayed. I know you're still here.
Yeah, dude. I'm delayed like a motherfucker.
No, I don't.
No, I don't think so.
I don't think you speak again. Nah, he's delayed.
Oh, you're done. Never mind.
You
wasted it.
I don't know what's going on. I think somebody hit the electric outside or something.
Damn.
Because something is
something's off. You're definitely delayed by like 5+ seconds.
Yeah, going on in my neighborhood. Coming problems. My neighbor just won.
All right, man.
Yeah, so he kills the octopus, which just fucking makes him.
It was kind of funny because he took so long.
Why did he take that method? He
just went in there and just smashed the tank and let the octopus.
He just let it run out of air or run out of air.
I mean, but it was sitting on the bed with him in the previous earlier in the episode.
Somebody told me that the way that they do it is it's able to share like air or something like that. So when it attaches itself to his gills, it's kind of like breathing off of his own oxygen.
Right.
And that's how he's able to survive. So by it not attaching itself to his gills and just being out in open air with no water, it can't breathe.
Yeah.
So they were basically sharing oxygen, if that makes sense.
Too bad.
But yeah, the fight between Starlight, Butcher, Black Noir, and the Deep. It was interesting. Because
that little speech he gave to Starlight before, because at that point he was taking all the gloves off. Like this was like dark deep.
Oh yeah,
he was like F you. He said me too. What is that? That's no longer a thing. He said F
yeah, he did.
I mean, he said every kind of trigger thing that he could to get under her skin before all of a sudden he punched her so hard she went sliding into like a cabinet and broke the cabinet. She went sliding, not flying, but sliding into the cabinet. And then all of a sudden, Butcher went to go get that Gatling gun, and then Black Noir stopped him and pulled him off. And then they get into it, and then Butcher got thrown around a couple of times too. And Starlight and Deep still going at it. Deep was getting the best of her too, because he was throwing some serious haymakers her way. And then all of a sudden, out of nowhere, right before the Deep gets ready to stuck on her head and crush her head. A-Train runs right in and knocks him all the way back.
A-Train saved Starlight, bro.
A-Train saved Starlight.
Yeah,
and then
he came in and saved Starlight.
And then Butcher came in and he had got the shotgun that was taken under the desk and shot Black Noir back, but Black Noir got back up, and now he's like running and baiting him. And then all of a sudden, Black Noir starts to fly. And I was like, where did he start? I was like, where did he start to fly?
When did he start flying?
I was like, I didn't know when he started to fly.
He mentioned that in the last.
You think, okay.
I think he did mention it.
When he was talking to Deep.
Okay.
He said, I'm like, man, I fly, man.
Okay, cool. So he starts to fly, and then all of a sudden, right before he starts to go over and attack Butcher again, here comes M with that Gatling gun. He unloads the whole gun. And if y'all notice, as the gun was still rotating, it was making a very loud sound, and it was affecting the soup's hearing. So I'm like, I wonder, is there like something they could use there with that loud, piercing, ringing sound?
So they are Venom?
They are Venom, apparently.
Yeah,
but that whole fight sequence was amazing.
I thought it was funny that they gave A-Train the cringy line when he comes in and saves Starlight, where he basically was like, Deep, I never fucking liked your dumb ass to begin with. I was like, all right, bro, like, we get it.
And it was so crazy too because every time the Deep kept trying to hit A-Train, he couldn't do it because A-Train is so fast.
He's so quick.
And he hit him one good time, and then all of a sudden Starlight came by, grabbed him by the gills, and dug her fingers into his gills and lifted him up and just started punching him. That was his weak spot because he tried to knock her off him. Them little hits felt like taps. So that was a weak spot for him. And then all of a sudden, she took a 40-pound metal plate and dropped it and slammed on his head.
Didn't kill him, though.
I thought she did him. I was like,
I thought she killed him, but then when they panned back over, he was kind of moving. He was kind of out of it, so she didn't kill him, but enough to subdue him. Like he was weak at that point. He didn't know that man probably was seeing every Lucky Charm in the box.
Well, listen, I'm glad MM didn't bitch out and try to run the Belize. A-Train got to him.
Yeah, A-Train got to. That was another moment right there that A-Train and Marvin had. When he said, "What? You printed out your boarding passes now? What are you, 87?"
yeah, he's not. What are you, 87?
But I like that talk that he had with him. He said, "You know, this like when Emmett was telling him, he's like, this war is never going to end until we stop it." And he says, "Do you think?" And then A-Train came back and said, "So you think taking your family to Belize is going to stop it too?" He says, "You think they're going to stop coming after you, even if you're in Belize? They're going to find you wherever you go."
Mm-hmm.
It's a fact.
Mm-hmm. Yep,
it
exactly.
Absolute.
So the only thing you can do is end it. Like you got to like take out Homelander. So like that's really all it boils down to.
Nice. And then you know, Black Noir and the Deep go running back, and they're obviously going to tell Homelander about A-Train. And then they run into
Sister Sage, and that's when she tells them that they got fired. Now this part was funny because Black Noir said, "Well, wait, where are you going? I love you." And I'm like, "What?" I said, "What are you talking about?" And then he said, and then the Deep looked over at Black Noir. He said, "Did she have to get a lobotomy just to mess with you?" He's like, she gave herself a lobotomy. So I was like, "Oh, so she messed with Black Noir with her smart mind. She knew what she was doing with him, but she said, I gotta lobotomize myself to mess with the Deep."
I mean, in fairness,
she said, "I got to turn my brain off to sleep with you."
Yeah, that shit was crazy. Oh man. And then I literally just watched the ending just before we got on, and I didn't really have time to I couldn't really figure out the whole Ryan thing at the end. I was really trying to figure out what the deal was with like the puppet show and the.
He was getting ready to say what it was, but he caught himself.
But he
was getting ready to say how he truly felt about the whole thing. You could tell Homelander felt some type of way about that. Homelander, he was about to shed a tear out of anger. Like he was like he looked like he could have flew through that TV and went straight to Ryan. And it was so funny because like when he got up and just stopped right there, Ashley was like, "Go to commercial." He's like, "Don't go to commercial." I said, he got that hyper hearing. Just like Homelander.
Yeah.
So he heard her try to stop it, and it was so funny because when they went back to the bar where they were at, you had Butcher talking to Jeffrey Dean Morgan, who's not there. He said that's why I didn't hurt the boy because because at the end of the day he's going to still come through at the end of the day. And also, how can we forget this? They went and found the plans for January 6th. For January 6th.
Well, the moment they said that date, I was like, "Oh, so good."
And then you remember it's a Christmas episode, so January 6th is only like 2 weeks away. So, and then that's when they find that woman in the closet, and she turns out to be a whole damn shapeshifter. And I like how they did that. Like she could just look at you and then rip the skin off.
No, she got to touch you. She got to touch you. That's what she did to the lady. That's what she did to the lady in the hallway.
Okay,
she ran up, she grabbed her arms, and
then when she see you rip the skin off, and then they turn into that person. So I said that's not the conventional way that we've seen it, of course, with Mystique in X-Men.
Yeah. Way to do it. Also, the
fucking naked.
The freaking. What is she called? Is she considered a shapeshifter? Is that what she's considered? Kind of.
Like a shapeshifter.
So the fact that she fucking had sex with Hughie.
Now that was one heck of a plot twist because I don't think anybody saw that.
Yo, DZ, she made herself look like I guess they captured Starlight. They caught Starlight, and she's now locked up somewhere. And the shapeshifter went back to the apartment that Hughie and Starlight had and put on the Starlight outfit, and then had sex with Hughie in the Starlight outfit.
And had Hughie snoring with his mouth wide open.
Been there.
That's how you know it was. That's how you know it was great. Like he was like.
So that wasn't Starlight in the fight.
No, that was Starlight in the fight.
That was Starlight in the fight.
At the bar when they went to the bar. When they went to the bar, it was a lady that came up and said, "Hey, you're Starlight. Can I take a picture with you?" And she takes the picture with her. Turns out that person who did it was the shapeshifter. That was her way to touch Starlight so she could change into her. And then she used that same device on her that they used on Soldier Boy to weaken him. Remember that gas or whatever it was? She used the same thing. And now Starlight is like chained up somewhere, and she can't even use her strength to get out of that chain. And then all of a sudden she turns, and you hear a door open it, and then it goes to black. So we don't know who's coming to this room. But also we got to talk about the doctor stabbing Kimiko in the leg with the virus.
Yeah, I was gonna say before we go. So they figured out the cocktail. Apparently, well, potentially, they stabbed Kimiko in the leg, and then
mute.
Yeah, and then she her leg started to like bubble, like she was
like
gonna
bubble,
die,
like that virus spread was
like the
spreading
virus.
fast.
And it got like all the way up to like almost her knee, and then Frenchie's fucking sick sadistic ass went over and grabbed a saw, and he fucking shot her leg hacksawed her leg off, bro.
I mean, technically that works because then she can just regenerate her leg.
She regenerates
her leg. Okay, but first of all, the saw is not sharp.
It's the most jagged saw.
It's a dull saw.
This shit is like.
He's like, you don't want to talk to me? You don't want to talk to me? Okay.
So when he's hacking, when he's hacking away, like he has to like really dig like into the skin, to the flesh, into the bone.
Yeah,
it's not an easy cut. So he's like
literally
enjoyed that.
Yeah.
With that saw, you're not supposed to cut bone with.
I was gonna say, I don't think you're supposed to.
Because it's not like he had a chainsaw that he could just and do it like that. And I thought what was also funny was when they were sitting there after they all came, you could see her little baby leg. This guy just dangling right there.
She had a little Deadpool baby leg.
She had a little Deadpool baby leg. Great. Oh man, so yeah, apparently they got the cocktail down to potentially take out Homelander, but you know, I mean, let's listen. We got a finale coming up. I think they're gonna take somebody out in the finale. I just can't figure out who.
I feel like they have to.
I think it's gonna be A-Train.
You think it's gonna air next week?
Well, hold on. Well, hold on. Speaking of A-Train, before we go any further, remember when A-Train went back to the office to talk to Ashley about after what happened, you know, at the, I guess you could say at the hub, at the headquarters with the boys. He was basically saying they now know that I'm the mole and all this and the third. Mm-hmm. One of the best things Ashley could have did this whole season or ever for a while was say, A-Train, cut out the chip. Cut out the chip, the tracking chip that's in you. That way they can't find you. Yep. So when he cut, so obviously he cuts the chip out, and then that's when it goes back. The Homelander, he's sitting in the office crying. I'm like, why are you crying? He said because A-Train is gone. He said I can't believe he did this, but he's gone. And then that's when Firecracker says he cut out his chip, and he's gone, and his family's gone. So A-Train went and got his brother and his nephews, and now they're kind of like off the grid. I said good. So now it's a good chance that they can't find them. And I said if they can't find them, then you know it's a good chance he can survive. But you never know how things can turn out.
They're setting us up for a good finale next week.
Need him to die.
Yeah. I mean, to that point, maybe he does make it past this. But like, I think that the Starlight setup is too obvious. Like, it's not going to end up being somebody to kill her that comes in that room. It's definitely a plot twist. It's gonna be a plot twist.
For all we know, for all we know, it could be Victoria.
It could be Victoria.
That's a thought that's been swirling around in my head. Because remember, there was a scene that Hughie had with her in this episode too. He went to go see. He had brought her like a whole bunch of. He looked like he raided a 7-Eleven. He just came in with a whole bunch of snacks, and he was just basically trying to tell her do the right thing. But you know, she really can't because she got her hands tied. The woman is a soup. Popping heads, and she's a politician too. Those two things just don't mix.
They do not mix.
And she looks like AOC.
I think that's on purpose.
But she already took the Hughie. Already got his shit taken from.
Damn it!
Fake. Damn it. So her fake, all the evidence that they had of her doing all the crimes and shit. Hughie already got that shit jacked from him.
Oh, Hughie got it.
Yeah, because Starlight took it. What a fake. Starlight took it after she put it. As she put it on.
She put the woo on him.
He had Hughie literally seeing stars.
Yep. Yeah. So it's gonna be an interesting finale next week. I can't wait. Hopefully, you know, it's not too long so we could actually get to watch it beforehand.
Yeah, we had sex with more.
He should. Oh no!
Talking about a crossover, boy. Oh man.
True. Anybody have any final thoughts about The Boys before we wrap up?
I love this fucking show. Oh, sorry.
This show is absolutely diabolical. It's disgusting. It's disturbing. But for some odd reason, I keep coming back to look at it every week. I don't know what it is.
It's just what they.
It's like
the fucking car wreck.
It's a car. I was gonna say it's like a car wreck. You just can't look away, even though you want to.
It really is.
Yeah. So I guess that'll wrap it up for episode 123. We really appreciate you guys hanging out with us tonight. As we say, please continue to check us out on all socials: YouTube, Facebook, Instagram, TikTok, Twitter, Twitch, Apple Podcasts, Kick Rumble. I'm not going to do the ding because I'm not on that screen. Torian, you want to let the people know where to find you just in case they want to check out your channel as well? Dope channel.
Hey, appreciate it. First off, thanks for allowing me to come up again, to speak about, whatever. And especially this show, the finale is next week. I definitely can't wait for it. But y'all can find me on here, Torian Rain Reloaded. Definitely, if y'all are available tomorrow at 6 p.m., I'm going to be doing my long-awaited live stream talking about the foolishness that is Ryan Garcia.
Oh, shit. Okay.
I will finally be addressing that tomorrow. I already got my subscribers hyped up. I actually told them about it since Monday. I said tomorrow on Friday. I said this had to be Friday. I had to end the week off with something heavy. But we're going to be talking about Ryan Garcia tomorrow for sure. So if y'all are available, make sure y'all come on through because it is not going to end well and I'm not going to be nice. And I shouldn't have to be.
And that's the way we like it.
Brother man, this is why I like you guys. The way you all interact, break stuff down. At least you know your stuff. So props. We appreciate you. We really do appreciate you. We appreciate you being here. We appreciate you being a channel member. Thank you so much for real. That'll do it for 123. As I said, I think everybody should go get a nice big piece of chocolate cake and some titty milk. And go have a good night. Go to bed. You know what I'm saying?
I'm done with the whole matter.
The last time chocolate cake traumatized me was in Matilda.
Yeah, well, back again.
You got Trunchable.
I never want to hear about anybody farting into cake ever again in my life. Good night, folks. Catch y'all next week. The boys finale. Sure, we'll have some more nerdy news. 2 more weeks till Deadpool and Wolverine. Let's
make sure I watch it first.
Yo, don't forget, man. Stop by Mancave101.org, man. Get that merch. Got them shirts. Got them hats. You know what I'm saying? Something to put your gin and juice in this summer. You know what I'm saying? Mancave101.org. Don't forget to join the hotheads. You know what I'm saying? Listen, 2 more hotheads, right? We got one more.
We got
2 more hotheads. You get the bonus. Hotheads are gonna get something, man. We got a bonus, so just join the hotheads, man. Let's get this bonus popping, man. We want to give some shit away. We be trying, you know what I'm saying? We trying, bro. Also, keep an eye out, man. New series, Man Cave, Man Fool Action Theater is coming. So we're gonna be talking about just the hardest hitting, grittiest movies, weapons, punches, kicking, getting your ass kicked ass movies. We're gonna be breaking that shit down. So definitely jump into that and whatnot. And I think that's it. Did I forget anything?
Nope.
Baby, I live in the shadows.
Yo.
Justice. Work out.
Fact.
Peace.
Peace. We out.